Hi, today we're going to talk about paying for college. We're going to look at scholarships, federal aid, payment plans, and alternative college loans. These are the ingredients that can create a great recipe for financial success for you. So let's get started. We're going to first look at external scholarships. You can find the latest list posted on our website at una.edu or in our office. And on this list, you will find multiple scholarships that you may want to consider. We have a new list every month, and the great thing about these is that you can receive more than one. You can also email us, and we'll be happy to send you the latest list. You'll find a new list at the first of every month. There are also many departmental scholarships around campus, such as ROTC, music scholarships, and more. To find out about these, contact any department on campus for more information. If you've been awarded an excellent scholarship, you do need to be aware that there are specific renewal requirements that you must meet each year in order for this scholarship to be applied to your account. There are the requirements there for the academic scholarship, the Vanguard, and leadership. Of course, if you have any questions, you can email us and we'll be happy to provide you with the renewal requirements for your specific scholarship. Also be aware that each year we have endowed scholarships, hundreds of these that you can apply for. The application will be available on our website at una.edu starting December 1st. The deadline to apply is February 1st. These scholarships are applied to the next academic year. If you are interested in being considered for any federal aid, you may want to consider filing the Fafsa. Fafsa stands for Free Application for Federal Student Aid. We often hear a couple of things in our office each year that may or may not be true, so we want to break them down for you. First of all, we hear, my parents make too much money, so I won't get anything if I file the Fafsa. That's simply not true. Each person who files the Fafsa will be awarded some type of federal aid. Another thing that we hear quite often from students is, filing the Fafsa will provide me with enough money to pay for everything. That also is not true. That's where the scholarships can come into play to help make up the difference. So let's take a look at how you file the Fafsa. You will find the application on this website, studentaid.gov. That's where you'll find the application. A new application will be available each year, October 1st. So if you want to be considered for federal aid each year, you do have to file a new application. You do have to create an FSA ID for the student and the parent at the same website at studentaid.gov. It does require the 2019 tax information for this year's application. And if you are given the opportunity, use the IRS data retrieval tool. Now, when you file the Fafsa, you will be considered for a federal Pell Grant. Do be aware that you must qualify for this type of aid, and it is based on several factors, including the income for the whole family. The maximum amount a student can receive for this year is $6,495. That would break down to $3,247 per semester. You may qualify for a maximum Pell Grant, half of that amount, or even less. Again, it is on a scale based on the U.S. Department of Education's requirements. While everyone doesn't qualify for a federal Pell Grant, every student is awarded a federal student loan. The most a freshman can receive is $5,500 for the year, and that would break down to $2,750 each semester. If you're awarded a subsidized loan, there is no interest until you graduate. If you are awarded an unsubsidized loan, the interest would begin with the first disbursement. It is important to remember you are not required to repay your loans until you've graduated and been out for 6 months. However, you can pay your loans back early and there is no penalty. In addition to Pell Grant and loans, you can also apply for federal work study. You just answer yes on the application if you want to be considered for federal work study. Work study is an on-campus job opportunity for students. It's about 20 hours a week, pays minimum wage, and you can apply on our website at una.edu. You can search for Lion Jobs to get more information. If you do not qualify for federal work study, because you do have to qualify for that like the Pell Grant, you can always apply for university work study. Now, to keep your federal aid, all students must meet satisfactory academic progress each semester. We will be checking all grades and hours at the end of each term. To keep your financial aid, you do have to meet the UNA GPA for your classification. For example, a freshman, you have to have at least a 1.60. Every student must complete at least 67% of all attempted coursework, and you must not attempt more than 172 hours in your first degree. Failure to meet these requirements will place your financial aid in jeopardy. There are other types of financial aid that you can receive as a student at the university to help meet the gap that you may have. For example, a parent can apply for a Parent Plus loan. That is a student loan in the parent's name. The application is available at studentaid.gov. It does require a credit check, and whether the parent is approved or denied, the student still receives additional financial assistance. The university also offers a monthly payment plan, and you can learn more at Student Counts by emailing them at studentcounts@una.edu or check out our website for more information. You may also want to consider applying for alternative loans or private student loans. You can get more information by contacting your personal bank or searching online. Now let's take a look at the projected or an estimated costs at the university. For one semester, 15 hours would cost you around $5,400. This is only your tuition and fees. When you combine fall and spring, if you take 15 hours each term, you're looking at about $10,800 in tuition and fees. It is important to keep in mind that your bill will only be for one semester at a time. In addition to your tuition and fees, your bill will consist of your room and your meals. So your books will be separate. That is important to keep in mind. For your rooms and your meal plan, you can check out our website to see how much those will cost. Those costs are flexible depending on if you have a newer dorm room or an older dorm room or a roommate, or if you have a single. And you have options for meal plans too. When it comes to books, those will not be part of your bill, so do keep in mind that you will have to pay for those separately. But there are options for those as well. You can purchase new ones, used ones, or rent them. And if your financial aid is greater than your bill, you can charge your books at the UNA bookstore, but do be aware certain conditions apply. Now, as far as this projected cost of what your bill may look like, you can get an estimate by checking out our website and searching for the tuition calculator. There you can select the number of credit hours you would enroll in. You can also select your housing option and your meal plan, and that will give you a pretty good idea of what your bill would look like for one semester. Of course, you're going to have questions, and we are always happy to help you. Here's a live look via satellite at our financial aid office. We're always answering your questions via email, or our operators are standing by. Here's our phone number where you can reach us, and our email at sfins@una.edu. And you can find our office in the comments. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and we'll be happy to provide you with more information anytime you need help. Just reach out to us. Our hours are 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. No appointment is necessary. Now, if you have any questions about bills, payment plans, GI dependent aid, PACT, meal plans, or refund checks, you'll want to reach out to the Office of Student Accounts. They'll be happy to answer your questions about any of those. They will also be providing you information about your bill each semester. You will not receive a bill in the mail. It will be in your portal account. And if you would like to add an authorized e-bill user to pay that bill for you electronically, you can do that in your portal. It is important to remember that the payment deadline for pre-registration is August 11th. So if you want to keep your schedule, you'll have to have enough financial aid or your bill paid by that date to keep your schedule. And if you have any questions about your bill or the other things that they cover, just reach out to them at the number on your screen or email them at that address right there. You can also find out more information on our website at una.edu. And again, we're always happy to help answer your questions, so reach out to us anytime and let us know how we can help you. Roar Lions!